Alright guys, good morning to you. Today is the 16th of June 2025, CRAZII Market Talk with KEL. Be crazy with crazy. Alright, today we have a very heavy session yesterday, last night, and the video should be up by this afternoon, okay? For those who have, have watched it last night as well, you will know that what to expect for today. For those who missed out last night, then probably I'll just do a bit of retouch later on. So before that, let's just look at something interesting here. Let me just bring to you 1 minute. Okay, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are using X right now or Twitter. I do have my own Twitter account, and this account itself, right, you can find me here. But more important thing is that in my account itself, right, I do retweet a lot of interesting information of the financial market right over here. It's called Trade with the Boys. This is my number, Kelvin Han, as a no AH, and the number 68186658. All right, now this one is all right. I basically retweet a lot of very good, interesting market views over here as well. Like you can see that what I posted here as well. Okay. Now, basically, I do a lot of retweeting. I don't really write much, but I retweet. So if you want to like get market information and news and some interesting article, you can actually go and add me on my Twitter, yeah, on my tweet, yeah, or X actually now. All right, trade with the boys, exclamation mark. Okay, this is my ID. All right, so I'm gonna just copy this and I'll put it here for you to take note. Okay. All right. It's in the comment area right now. So over here itself, I want to share you something very interesting about this particular article. They say that this guy is Senator Mark Wayne Mullin. All right, has filed in 400,000 in stock trades. Okay, that's normal. But the thing is that he bought L3 Harris, this particular counter, right, a drone manufacturer. And interesting, after he purchased it itself, right, Donald Trump signed an executive order to increase US-made drone production, and then followed by, we know that Israel attacked Iran, and one of the main thing they used was the drones. And of course, this guy itself is actually in the armed services, so community. So what can I tell you that, guys, if you think that the world is fair, I really don't believe in that as of things actually repeating and happening. So if you want to watch some interesting article, you can watch this Unusual Whales. They will also come out with some interesting dig out on some people. But still, with all this dig out end of the day, I don't see any way that it has any impact to the financial market, because it's just more your knowing that boys basically gets earlier information, and they do spread around to some of the smaller boys for them to benefit because of some business or some relationship. Sure, I cannot be sure of. All right, but we know one thing for sure now is that the people in US is really unhappy, because you can see that they really are giving no face to Donald Trump. And of course, you can see that they're getting very upset with him. And I think there's some video to show you. I have that. I don't have it here. It's to show you that the people in the US, the people that go for Donald Trump's birthday party celebration was really not many as compared to those on the street that basically created all the little mayhem in the market right now. Yep. Okay. So if you want to have this tweet, just add me. Yeah. Okay. All right. Take note here. Okay. That is the Twitter site for getting some interesting information. Okay, let's go into the market right now. Disclaimer apply as usual. And after that, we will go into the segment whereby we revise what happened on last Friday. Okay, so let's look at the market right now. Okay, so this is the gold market, right? Just give me a minute now. Hold on, give me a sec. Here itself. Just give me a moment, yeah, guys. Short moment. Something settled back at my home. Okay, so let's just look at the gold market right now. Let me bring in that. Okay, gold this morning opens at 34.54. Okay, and the MLP opens at 34.09. So which means that the MLP is stacked with the pivot tool in this case. Can you see that? So what does it tells me? That means if the market do pull back, it may be attracted to this level. It's only if it pulls back. But from where we are right now at 34.45 to pull back to 34.10, wow, it has to drop by $35. Now $35 is a lot in the market. So I don't think it will happen today, lah. So one thing to do when you are talking about when you are looking at this type of thing whereby the market itself is like very lucrative to short sell to the stack, but you also must understand the situation that it really allows you to do that. Because you can take a look right now, it doesn't make sense here because the market now is at 3445 level. For the market to really go down all the way, it has to be some very big reason for that, and I cannot think of any good reason for that itself. Yeah, so this one you must understand this. Okay. All right. So for it to pull down, I don't think so, unless the problem between Iran and Israel gets settled. But I cannot see how it gets settled because you must understand the situation right now is that the Iranian, they are trying to create a this new it has the ability to create nuclear weapons. All right. As a matter of fact, the Israeli government, that's why I just saw one article, they have tried to ask people for help to fight against a drone. No one came in to want to help them except for UK. And for UK to actually give this help, I'm still not too sure what's the reason. So the thing is this right now, that it makes sense here, lah. They just don't want people getting very upset. But that if there's going to be a nuclear problem here, this will create a mayhem for the entire world. So you can see right now, as you can see now, the gold price this morning gap up because of the Iran and Israel war. Then after that, but this morning, once it gap up, right, the market immediately sell off. Okay, so that is where I want you to take a look at the 5-minute chart now. It can be very, very interesting for all of us to trade this one. So focus with me. Okay. So you can see from the chart itself, right, the moment the gold opened this morning at 3454, it was a gap up by almost $20 when the gold traded closed at 3431. And then immediately you can see that the profit taking came in very strongly, and then the KTR -1 was triggered within the first 5 minutes. Then after that, it just bounces around for the entire morning because the KTR -1 is given. Then after that itself, it tried to recover, but because it's below OP, right? So very difficult to trade, to buy when it's above below OP. So the market go down a little bit, then U-turn back down, went down. But when it came down itself, right, I want everyone to do me a favor, take out a calculator out itself. Yeah, take out calculator. Okay. Calculator you take out this number here. You can see that 3440 is the KTR -1. 3426 is KTR -2. So you take these two numbers, add together, right? Add together and then divide by 2. What do you get? So 40 plus 26 is 66. Divide by 2, 33. So the answer is 3. The difference here itself is 3433, right? Okay, so then you can see that if I put a line at this number, 3433, okay, I put it at the parameter 3433. I think you should know the answer already, right? Enter. Exactly. That is where the market stopped, exactly at 3433 level. Interesting, right? This is very crazy, guys. This is why I say our KTR itself is fantastic. And there's a lot of things that I can tell you, but what I need to do is that when you are holding my app itself the next time, you actually know what to do with it. And then you should be smarter to know that probably where the market is going to rebound, because the day chart itself is green in KSI green. So the market is very difficult to go down. So we all know that when the market is bullish, the first turning point usually is KTR -1, if not -2. But in this case right now, the market stopped at -1.5, and that's not the first time we saw this sort of thing. So guys, got it? If you got it, press number 1 right now. Yeah. Now the thing is this, is it science or art that make us know that the market has 3433? Or because KEL, you saw it? No. It's not that I saw a number, then I tell you, oh, 3433, now out, and I just tell you the number. No, I give you the thing of the KTR -1 and KTR -2, right? I saw these two numbers, and I basically add them together and divide by 2, which is a midpoint, right? And you can see the market really stopped there itself. So the low here and this 5-minute chart was 3433.27. Crazy, right? Okay. So now got it. Okay, you got the answer now. We're going to go into this mode here. Let's take a look. Okay. Now we have a diamond here. So I place a line over here. So you can see that the market initially couldn't go up, right? Come back down by U-turn. But this U-turn comes with the KSI green, KCX black. Okay, interesting. So I bought small here just now. Very small. Why? Because it's below OP. Okay, I just buy it small, and then my stop loss itself, right? I put it somewhere around here. So that is all I give my room or adjustment over here. So a wrong cut lah. All right. So the thing is this, when will I buy more? Is when the price goes above OP, because you notice this right now, the market has came to KTR -1 to -1.5, but never go to KTR +1, right? Didn't go, right? Okay, so my point is simple. When the market trades every single day, there is a high chance to see +1 and -1. Agreeable? So if the market do go above +1, OP later, there's a very high chance of up to 80% that the market will go to KTR +1. So from where we are now, 3454 all the way, if it goes up, it's 3468. Okay, 3468. So that's about almost $14 of gain potentially. Now it's not 100%, nothing's 100% trading, but at least you know that there is a potential of this number coming in. All right, 3468. Okay, so guys, later on, if you want, take a look at this market and see whether does go to that particular level. Yeah. Okay, all clear? All right, if all clear itself, let's just move on. Right, number 2, please. If you heard me loud and clear, press number 2 right now. Okay, so let's look at the next market. That will be the Dow Jones for us. Okay, this morning Dow Jones, as what I kind of expected, the Dow Jones gap down this morning. It closes somewhere about 42,150 last Friday, and this morning it gaps down by only 42,034. Now you're supposed to gap down more than that, but the market find out that maybe the war between Iran and Israel could end early. So that's why the market opened immediately. The KSI was green, the KCX was black. So immediately upon opening price, the market recovered all the way. So I covered back my shorts because I know that when the market recovers so fast, I know that they'll bring it up to cover the gap. I'll show you later. And the thing is this right now, what am I pretty concerned is that the moving average, so take a look here, the MA200 and MA30, they are stacked very nicely with one another, and it coincide with the pivot 1 at the same time. Okay, so what does it mean? That means that the market now is still very bearish based on the 2 MAs, okay, excluding my indicator, yeah? So what is happening right now is that the market might be drawn towards the pivot 1, it might be drawn towards the MA, because that's where the level are, and moving average is where the market usually goes. So if the market basically get drawn, there's a high chance that the Dow Jones can recover all the way to 42,300 series, yeah? So where are we right now? 42,220, so it's about 80 points to 100 points away from the MAs and the pivot 1, okay? Now, the thing is this, only if the market breaks below OP, then that's it. The selling will be quite drastic. So guys, I want you to do yourself a favor. Watch this, yeah? The opening price is now here, okay, of the Dow Jones, and it went up, right? Okay, so where the X is, I don't know. Maybe you hit a certain level, you'll call X. But because the moving average now is actually on top of us, there's a bearish signal. So take my word here yourself. If that market eventually come down, okay, break back below OP, okay, break below OP, how high the X will be how low the market will be later. Understand that? If you understand this, press number 3 right now. That means that I don't know how high X will go, but I know one thing is that in a negative environment, if the market, how high the market goes from OP to XSL, right, when you U-turn back, if it breaks OP, right, the downside will be the equivalent level of X. So how high X will be how low the low will be for when the market breaks below OP, because it'll be OP minus X. Okay? All right. So pretty cool, yeah. I'll share this. So judging from the current candle of the current candle high, I think it's a very, very high chance that we may actually see this Dow Jones, coming down to the pivot 2 level at 41,753. Because now the opening price is 42,034. The current price now is 42,235. So it's a 200 points upside. So you take 42,034 minus 200 points, you get 41,734. So that is somewhere that the number is interesting. All right, so this is where I say that maybe we are near the top, maybe lah. So interesting. This is how I use a bit of creative thinking to get back to you yourself. Okay, cool. If you understand this, press number 4 right now. Okay, all right. Now, someone asked me this question yesterday. What Susan texted me in the group chat was very, very touching. I didn't ask her to text it, neither did I want her to do that. Honestly, I was shocked to read something so long from her. Okay, I'm very appreciative on that. And then after that, someone texted me on the side and said, KEL, if one day you happen to be not around, then what will happen next? That's a very good question. Then maybe the AI will come in. No? I also don't know, but I'm definitely working very hard to make sure that you guys get the best out of me. All right, that's my point. Even this morning, I was sending my daughter to work to this Harbourfront. Bring my laptop with me, and I do the writing on the market in the car. Then I was there, and then I was just preparing this and send out, all this thing. It's done by 7 o'clock, right? Because I had to get it done, and I know that you guys want it too. So all I can say is that I really put myself very committed to give it to y'all. Okay, all right. Okay, let's look at the crude oil this morning. Crude oil. Now, crude oil, as we said before, crude oil went up because we have the KSI turning green way earlier at about $62, and that was where I got bullish. But you expect me to know that the market will have a fight between Iran and Israel? Definitely not. I mean, I'm not from CIA. But one thing is that I know that when the market was going up itself, when the KSI was buying, I know that we will see good levels, but never did I expect to be so high so fast. Okay. So the thing is this right now, today, right, the crude oil gap up to $76. It closes last Friday at about $73. So it gap by $3. And I booked my profit then. And almost instantly, the price come down. Now, why do I take profit? Because I saw the pivot 2. Pivot 2 is at 76.20, right? So the market opens at 6004. So which means that once the market goes below OP, below pivot 2, no matter what you tell me, I'm a seller because I follow the rules, right? Below OP, below pivot 2 is always a sell. So of course, someone asked me this question, KEL, but the KSI is green, the MAs are bullish, MLP is bullish, everything is bullish. Then why do you want to sell? Because it's below OP. That's the first answer. Second answer is below pivot 2. So these two combined together, no matter what you tell me, I'm a seller. Okay? But then am I a short seller? No, I'm not a short seller. Meaning I sold off my position for the long side, but I don't short sell the market. Now, what's the reason for that? Not shorting, because I fear that anything can happen back in Israel and Iran again. So for me itself, I'd rather play it safe. I take my profit, but I'm not going to short sell the market, at least for now. All right, all clear? If all clear, press number 5 right now. Okay, now this is the dollar index chart. You can see why the thing is that the dollar is increasing in strength. Now, reason because whenever there's a war, dollar will be in place because they're going to buy a lot of ammunition, correct? You see, guys, when there's a war itself, right, the US will benefit because people will buy the ammunition from places, and one of the best places to buy will be from US. So the demand for the dollar will be there. So it's not about safe haven. This is all BS stuff. It's because the dollar has to be used to buy the weaponry. The money, the dollar is used to buy some protection. All right. So that is why the dollar runs into the money runs the US, not because it's safe haven, but because the demand is there. Got it? Interesting, yeah? Okay, the thing is this right now, this is going to be an interesting trade. Why? Guys, take a look. This is the dollar yen was going up back then last week. The KSI was red. So I told you, right, when the market is going up, while the KSI is red, it's an elephant trade in making. So when the market broke below the first low here, I know that this is a starting point. And you can see the market really got come down. Yeah, it really came down, and the low was somewhere around here, which is exactly nearby to the KCB. Now, by the right itself, it should come down to here lah, by right, but then the market rebounded. Okay, never mind. So the thing is this right now, the market now is going up again because of the dollar interest, but the KSI stays red. So are you telling me that, Kel, there will be a probability that you'll come back down again? Yes. Yes. If the market in the next few days start to go up again, and the KSI stays red in color, one day, once it breaks below the low of the candle, there is a very high chance the market will come down all the way to here. Okay, so this one is something I'm watching out on the forex market. Let's see whether I'm right or wrong, but I think I will be right because you can see this happen again. Look at the dollar yen shooting up so much, right, from the low here, from here itself all the way to here. It's up by 400 pips, right? But you can see, despite the market went up at 400 pips, the KSI retained rate. So when the market comes back, breaks the low, you can see boom, 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 came down, almost touching the low here itself. Yep. Okay. So once again, this is how we trade differently from the world. The world trades based on what they see in the market, but we see something way in front. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening to me. We will take a short break for 1 minute. I need to do some 2 minutes, sorry. I need to do something. I got some family matters that resolve. I'll come back here and go through the market on Fridays. All right. So don't go away. Yeah. Thank you.